They're in the studio, baby. As you can tell, I'm a bit hyper for the hyper blues. Although, from what I've seen, I'm a bit, I don't know what to expect in terms of my reaction from this shoe. That wasn't meant to happen. Why do you have that strip and then still stick it down? Foot Locker, come on, bro. Shout out to Foot Locker though. I have to say that because I ordered these yesterday and they came today. So Locker of Foot, shout out to you. OG-ish kind of box, same that we had with the Voltage Purples. I don't think we had this with the Pimentos, the Sunsets. No, we didn't actually. That was one of the problems. Nothing on the 2018 pairs. However, it's a little bit better than what we got with the red GR box of the Sunset 2024s. Product sticker though does say Nike Air Max Plus OG, and the official colorway is black, chamois, sky blue. What a name, chamois. Chamois. Anyway, let's have a look inside the box. Oh. Now I can see why people are having a problem. Now I can see what all the fuss is about. These are not the hyper blues, bro. Where is the blue, bro? Where is the blue? All I see is white, a speckle of blue, and more white. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. I know from what I've been hearing, this is replicating more the 98 pair. I wasn't around in 98, or I was, but I wasn't collecting sneakers. So I can't really compare. And yes, all the old heads are gonna get in the comments.
Oh, you don't know what you're speaking about, young man. This is the original that we always wanted. This is the shoe that made us fall in love with the Nike TN.
Well, old man, I get it, I do. Trust me, I do. How can you call it a hyper blue when it's more like, what's the opposite of hyper? Calm? Calm blue? The Nike TN Calm Blue, ladies and germs. That's what we have. Look, I'm waffling, I'm joking. They look amazing. They look really good. The only thing what's putting me off, and I grew up seeing the Nike TN, the Hyper Blue, really saturated with the blue, hardly any white in it. The yellow Nike swoosh was really popping yellow. And yeah, it kind of takes away from the shoe a little bit, but not to say they look bad. I still like them. Still most likely going to keep them in the collection and rock them heavily. We are going to have a look around the shoe. We're going to talk about sizing. We're going to talk about the things I do like, things I don't like as much, even though we already have done that. First things first, let's talk about the sizing, shall we? Now, when it comes to the TN, in most cases, for me, it's true to size. This sneaker, this colorway, pretty much the same. And some people, to be fair, that do claim you need to go half a size up. And yeah, that's fine. It's just with the TN, I've always found they are a bit narrow, don't get me wrong. It's just the length. The length's actually pretty good. So I'd say be careful when sizing up. Personally, if you like a bit more room and you have wider feet, then maybe half a size up's all good. And if you've had the Air Max Plus in your collection before, then yeah, just stick to that sizing. Short story long, for me, I go true to size, but if you like more room, go half a size up. But overall, stick to your normal TN sizing and that will be good. So what I'm gonna do is leave some links down below to purchase, because I know some people have been on the fence, but if this video helps you out in deciding, yeah, click the link, help out the broski. We look after each other over here. But yeah, let's talk about the shoe. Let's go over it properly and see what's good, what's not, and whether these are a buy or a buy. Now the TN, especially the OG colorways, are known for the gradients, and that's why we love the shoe. Well, one of the reasons anyway. And not to say they've done a bad job on this shoe, it's just maybe too blended or too much gradient, if you will. Now some are gonna really like it because it's as close to the OG as possible, and some, like myself in a way, are gonna have some things to say. So of course, we've got that blue more so towards the back of the shoe. And as you make your way to the front of it, it's a lot more white, a lot more muted. The yellow Nike swoosh does return here as well. And yes, it's way more muted than I'd like. But look, either way, still looks good. Now, one of the things I've always loved about the TN, and it's those wavy overlays. Getting inspiration from palm trees, you can defo see it on this shoe. And with the blue, with the black, yep, it just goes. Now, one of the things I've always really liked, and it's such a small thing, but it's that clear plastic around the toe box. The fact that a lot of TNs do have black or other colorways to suit the shoe, and then when it gets scuffed, it looks horrible. But the fact that this is plastic and see-through as well, it just makes it look better. Now, yep, standard black laces here with that Nike swoosh and that Air branding on top of the tongue. We've got that black sock liner with the insole being in that darker blue, which I would have loved for it to be on the rest of this shoe. But either way, the Tuned Air logo is at the back of this insole with the air unit of the TN. And man, I've said it time and time again, but one of Nike's best logos they've ever produced, the Tuned Air badge. Everything about this logo just works. The yellows, the blacks, the reds, and the whites. And it's the same with the midsole. So you got the black portions towards the front and the rear of the shoe, and yet the white sort of breaks it up more so in the middle. And that blue TPU shank is in the middle, which, yes, another thing I love about the TN. Now the yellow in the air unit does not pop at all. Like for example, the medial side air unit has the red and yellow, and that yellow is very strong, but that's what makes it pop. I wish they would have done something like that, at least in the air unit. But look, sneaker Karen's gonna Karen. The outsole though is as traditional as it gets, with the classic design to the TN, with the Tuned Air logo in the middle, and yet the rest is pretty much the same. I can't be the only one that's thinking this isn't hyper blue. Like, this is calm blue. There is no like, wow, there's no punch, there's no, you know what I mean? Am I talking waffle? Am I talking absolute nonsense? Am I being too dramatic? Right, so look, what I'm gonna do is talk about the things about these two other OG colorways. Now, a lot of people with the Voltage Purple, they said there wasn't enough gradient. And that's exactly right, I get it. But I love the color, so that's that. This one though, it was kind of in the middle, you know? They said it was too yellow, not enough orange on that gradient, which yes, I do get. But this one though, is taking the gradient a little too far. Like, look at that. The gradient's like back here. How, bruh? How? God. You know what this sneaker reminds me of? You know when you try and cut your hair yourself, and I'm not one to talk about hair because, yeah, no hairline. But when I did have hair, you try to cut your hair yourself and you don't get the blend right. You end up just doing it too much. You end up with like a mohawk, a mullet. And yeah, this kind of reminds me a bit of that, with the gradient being way back here. There's a lot more white than we used to. Again, OG, old heads. Yes, close to the 98 pair. I get it. It's just from what I want from this colorway, or what I wanted. I need that color, bruh. Like, look how vibrant this is. Look how vibrant this sunset is. Look how much color is on the Voltage Purple. This, it's lovely. It is lovely. And I really still do like it. It's just, man, even some of the pictures online, like the stock images, they turn the saturation all the way up with this pair. You can definitely tell. But look, relax. Take a chill pill. Woosah. Let's decide together, broskies, whether the Hyper Blue 2025 Nike TN is a buy or a buy. Okay, let's talk about things I do actually like about this shoe, because yep, there are things I do like. Now, the fact that the shoe is actually back, yes, big bonus. A lot of people, like myself, have been waiting for these to return. You had the other two colorways come out last year, and this one was like the missing piece to the puzzle. You kind of need all three to be able to sleep at night, kind of thing. Man, that sounds so sad. You get what I'm saying though, broskies. If you're a sneakerhead collector, you kind of want them all, you know? So look, at least we've got them. That's what I want to say, first and foremost. The fact that they actually do look good, minus the things I'm going to say in a minute. And look, I know OG collectors, they're going to love this colorway, this iteration, because it resembles the OG 98 pair. And it is defo more of a me problem, but I'm not the only one. I've seen so many people complain about how it's too white. Yeah, that's one of the downsides. But overall, the look of the shoe, the blacks with the blues, that muted yellow, yes, again, not as yellow as I want it, but it's still there, you know, and it still really looks good. Pricing wise, hey, £170 I think it was. 170? Around £170. Still what we're kind of getting used to with the TN, the Air Max 95 and so on. But yeah, it's gonna be, I think, like the Pimentos Sunsets, where they sat for a while and now you can get the Pimentos for like 130, 120. Some places was £100. if you got them on the right sale. And I think it's gonna be the same with these. If you're willing to wait for these to go on sale, then yeah, you can, because 175 is not cheap. But for enthusiasts, Air Max collectors, OG collectors as well, it's hard to wait out for a sneaker like this, especially if you've been waiting so long, you didn't get the 2018 pair like myself. You can't wait, bro. You just can't. So yeah, A lot to love about this shoe. Things I don't like, I've already mentioned. Don't want to go over it too much. The lack of blue or darker blue, too much gradient going on, muted yellows, you know, that kind of thing. But other than that, I still do love them. With all that moaning and sneaker carrying aside. And I could moan about the box until the cows come home, but yeah, comparing this to the 2018 pair, those boxes, because it was an anniversary, a proper anniversary edition, it's not gonna come close, but yeah, here we are. I'm just glad, bruh. I'm glad they're back. I'm gonna give these though, broskies, still an absolute buy. I went too early with the buy. But let me know what you think down below. Are you on the hunt for these? Are you gonna wait for these to go on sale? Or did you get the 2018 pair and you're giving these a miss? Leave it all down below and I will pin the best comment. I feel better now. I feel like I've vented to my friends, my family, you know? Got a lot off my chest. But look, if you're passionate about Air Max, these things matter to you, bruh. Either way, glad we got them. Glad they're here. Not so glad about the price, but the way things are at the minute, we move. Let me know your thoughts down below though, broskies. Let it all out in those comments. Be respectful though. I know some people, they end up having fights in the comments sometimes, but yeah, just chill out, bruh. It's not that deep. Anyways, don't forget, do all that good stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and yes, until the next episode.